Hey everyone, welcome to the Sakura in High Park 2012 tour, where I'll be sharing highlights of my visits to the park this past blossom season. First, some background. I officially started the Sakura in High Park website on April 1st, 2012. My goal was to track the progress of the cherry blossoms from bud to bloom and predict when they would hit their peak. I wanted to be Toronto's trusted source to tell you when is the best time to see the full bloom in High Park. So here I've gone through my archives and I'm sharing some unseen videos and favorite photo moments by bringing you on a journey. Join me as I take a virtual tour of the High Park cherry blossoms in full bloom between April 10th to 15th, 2012. So let's get started by looking at my cherry blossom map and start at the Bloor Street and High Park Avenue entrance. From here, we'll take a quick 5-minute walk down the road toward the first collection of cherry blossom trees located by the sports fields. As you approach the sports fields, you are immediately greeted by a pair of sturdy cherry blossom trees proudly wearing their full white blossom crowns. They stand together like two gracious hosts, inviting you to walk through their natural gate and share in the beauty of their fellow trees that are visible only a few short steps away. Since this location gets a lot of sun, these trees are frequently first to show their white blossoms. Catching a glimpse of the delicate petals as they filter the warm rays of sun is truly a sight to see. The open and spacious areas are popular with photographers as they have ample room to explore the different angles for that perfect shot. These mature Sakura cherry trees have plenty of blossoms to share. Even though it is only our first stop on our virtual tour, they are already wowing us with their impressive height and refined elegance. It's only polite to take your time to take it all in slowly. This location holds about 8 trees that line the outer edge of the fields which follow along the road. The vast space of the field and large gaps between the trees offer excellent vantage points for taking expansive panoramic photos. An added benefit for both first-timers and blossom veterans is that most of the trees in this location have low-hanging branches. This makes it very easy to get highly detailed close-up shots of individual flowers or even help to create an appealing backdrop for many who are looking for a more dramatic photo. It's relatively easy to get up close and experience all the nuanced details the delicate flowers offer. The sports fields cherry trees are an excellent initiation for first-time blossom enthusiasts. The wide open spaces are also a great escape for those who are intimidated by the overwhelming crowds in other areas of the park. And now let's take a look through some of my favorite photos shot in the sports fields location this year. These photos really do offer a true sense of the incredible natural beauty that the trees love to share with us year after year. Moving on to our next stop, we take about a 10-minute walk down the road toward Grenadier Cafe and Cherry Hill. Our second stop holds the most extensive collection of cherry trees in High Park. Situated right across the road from Grenadier Cafe is the upper entrance to Cherry Hill. At first glance, there seem to be cherry blossom trees in nearly every direction. You begin by following the gradually sloping paved path as it winds its way down toward the pond. At first, cherry blossom trees flank both sides as you make your way down, and by the time you reach the first level landing, you begin to see there are a great deal more trees spread out across the hillside. Overall, the trees in this location vary from some very old to newly planted trees. There are approximately 50 trees scattered throughout this vast site, and the number can vary year to year depending on trees that have died or new ones planted in their place. One of the oldest and largest cherry blossom trees sits proudly at the top of the hill, close to the parking area and road. Its towering blossom crown is easily spotted as it overlooks the hillside like a proud parent. This tree is usually one of the ones in the park that has the fullest bloom and is breathtaking to see in person. Even while looking up towards the blue sky, the white flower branches seem near endless as they welcomely wave in the warm spring breeze. The view from where this grand tree stands offers an impressive visual experience. As your gaze sweeps from right to left and follows the winding path, it truly captures the broad swath of cherry trees grown in this location as they stand against a sparkling Grenadier Pond backdrop. As you make your way down toward the bottom of the path, there will be more trees with low-hanging branches for incredible close-up views of the cherry blossoms. You will get one last chance to look back up the trail and see the beautiful blooming trees lining both sides. This is another popular photographer spot, as it offers an excellent angle at capturing the fluffy white canopy hovering overhead. Grenadier Pond now begins to play more of a starring role as it becomes an inviting background with excellent contrast to the bright blossoms. The colors and textures can vary greatly depending on the weather and time of day, with sharper blue and gray tones when overcast and more golden warmer tones on sunny days. Here now are some of my best photos shot in this part of High Park this past year, which highlights the nearly endless photographic options offered throughout this incredible location. Next, we continue along the path for a peaceful walk along the shore of Grenadier Pond. This stretch has different types of blossom trees that line the shore and are also grouped between a variety of garden features, big and small. As we continue on our journey along the path, we pass over a small bridge that covers a creek that runs down the hill through the Japanese garden and come upon a long and curved corridor with blossomy trees on either side. To the right edge of the path, you will find the traditional Yoshino, or as we know them, the white-colored cherry blossom trees that gracefully follow the natural line of the pond's curved edge. To the left, you will happen across a group of 4 younger cherry trees that are a different variety and tend to display a pinker cherry blossom that gradually turns more white as they get further along in the bloom cycle. Here you can see their beautiful shape and pink color as they begin to open. These open areas offer you gorgeous views to explore the line of beautiful trees as they set the stage for the hillside gardens. You often even find the local wildlife like these Canadian geese enjoying the park on a sunny day. Moving along, you'll soon be greeted by a group of 8 pink cherry blossom trees that stand in a 2-row symmetrical formation. Growing on a gradually sloping hill, they offer the unique opportunity to get a top-down view of the blossoms looking towards the dock on Grenadier Pond. More trees can be spotted further down the path, growing between exceptionally tall weeping willows, which offers a stunning contrast of color and textures when the blossoms are in full bloom. Later afternoons through to sunset are especially an inspirational time to view, as the golden light bounces off of Grenadier Pond and filters through the delicate blossom petals. There's just something that is so blissfully peaceful in pausing and taking in the moment as the sounds of the wind, water, and birds awake your senses. As the path now forks into 3 directions, a group of 8 more cherry blossom trees line the path that rises up towards the road. This spot is another hidden gem that many miss, but offers a quieter experience with the trees away from the larger crowds. These photos offer more detail of the natural attractions seen within the gardens and adjacent areas while walking along the path. As we get ready to move on, we can choose to either take a shorter route over the road, through Hyde Park Zoo, or even take a longer scenic route that is about a 15-minute walk around the southern edge of the park. We then end up by the Children's Adventure Playground and the Hyde Park Zoo. Often overlooked, this secluded area in the eastern section of Hyde Park tends to surprise visitors who stumble across it during their visit to discover its secrets. The first is that because these trees are set in a cooler part of the park, under the cool shadows from towering oak trees, they tend to get less sunlight and are slower to develop. So if you miss the peak bloom at Cherry Hill, there's a great chance you'll be able to visit this location and experience the full bloom here instead. The cherry trees in this location line the short paved trail and offer picturesque views from either end of the path. The flatter ground also makes it easier for buggies and those with accessible needs, without the worry of having to traverse steep hills to enjoy the flowers. Though the total number of trees number less than 20, it still holds the magical beauty and wonder of the Sakura Cherry Blossom for those who wish to enjoy them in a calmer and more peaceful setting. My videos had only caught the trees in their early blooming stages, but these photos taken a few days later better represent the beauty of this location in all its peak bloom glory. And that brings us to the end of our journey. I hope you enjoyed exploring all the Sakura Cherry Blossom locations throughout High Park. Thank you for watching. Please comment below and let me know how you like this virtual tour. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Watch for more upcoming tours and videos soon.